If you want to get over imposter syndrome without a weekend retreat, a visit to the shrink, or some 12-step program, then stick with me to the end of this video. So exactly what is imposter syndrome? And if you're suffering from it, what should you do about it? Well, we're going to sort that out in 3 steps. First, I'm going to tell you exactly what imposter syndrome is and share some of the language people use to reinforce it in themselves unknowingly. Then I'll talk about the type of imposter syndrome patterns, or how it shows up. And last, I'll show you some effective strategies for creating a permanent cure. So let's go. Imposter syndrome is the idea that you've only succeeded due to luck, chance, or overwork, and not because of your talent or your skill or your qualifications. It's actually the feeling that sooner or later you'll be exposed as a fraud and humiliated. And of course, it also feels like that exposure is right around the corner. So there's always anxiety that it's an avalanche that's about to fall on us at any moment. So people with imposter syndrome will have thoughts like, it was just luck, I've overworked at this, I had help along the way, I feel like a fake, I don't think I can keep everybody fooled for as long as I need to, etc., etc. So if you've ever had thoughts like that, then you'll know imposter syndrome looks different for everybody, but those feelings of not good enough are pretty common. So let me know what your experiences are like in the comments. And despite imposter syndrome showing up in a unique way for everyone, there are patterns we need to be aware of. It can often show up as perfectionism, which is a setting of increasingly high standards, unceasing criticism, continuous judgment, and a sense of I am my results. And that feels relentless and unforgiving, which of course it is. Some people experience or try to handle imposter syndrome by becoming experts. The problem is that means needing to know every bit of information about every single thing before they can even make a start. And it kills more dreams than we could count. And that makes it a trigger for procrastination as well. And whoever felt good because they just procrastinated 2 hours up into smoke? Another common response to imposter syndrome is to become a one-man band, or what we call a soloist. And this poor bugger has to do everything themselves because they don't want anyone to know that they need help. They think everyone will interpret asking for help as a sign that they are weak or deficient in some way. Soloists find their imposter syndrome gets stronger and stronger with the passing of time. Maybe the most common format of imposter syndrome is actually the person who'd like you to think that they're Superman or Superwoman. They push themselves harder than everyone else, hoping to prove they're capable and effective. And they think high performance is an excellent shield to hide behind. Now, before I jump into some strategies for overcoming imposter syndrome, I want to remind you to subscribe to this channel. I'm putting out regular videos designed to help you get the best out of your most valuable resource, which of course is you. So let's take a look at what you can do to send imposter syndrome packing. You should definitely acknowledge the feeling when it shows up. Observe the thought and let it go. Ask yourself, is this thought helping or hindering me? You would also benefit by frank and fair feedback. You see, when you learn to seek and value constructive criticism, you're telling yourself that you understand that you're a work in progress. And if you acknowledge that you're not perfect, you can allow yourself to practice the skills that would send imposter syndrome to the dustbin. Sharing how you feel disempowers its grip on you. But when the feelings of self-doubt and shame kick in, the last thing we want to do is reach out. Yet that's exactly what we need to do, is to contact a trusted friend or mentor and share what we're feeling. Someone with more experience can reassure you that what you're feeling is normal. You should definitely be kind to you. Reminding yourself that everyone makes mistakes normalizes what you're going through. And that means you can extend forgiveness towards yourself, which is a rare and much needed factor in our healing and our growth. Finally, you'll benefit enormously if you visualize your perfect end result. What would a lack of self-doubt feel like, or look like, or even sound like? So which of those strategies do you think will work best for you? Well, let me know in the comments. And while you're there, like and subscribe to this channel for more practical self-help strategies.